right. I think I am on here live. So I'm going to do some back and forth checking real quick to make sure that everyone can see me. You'll want to make sure you click on the actual slide to get to my live video. I've got one thumbs up. Hi, I can see you. Got a few people that are here. Okay, while I wait for everyone else to pop over here and say that they're here, I have some books that aren't in our bingo board, so I wanted to show those off to you before we're waiting for everyone to find this. So this one's Baby Bear. There's a second one in this new series. It's a really small, little, just right for little tiny hands board book. Really simple text, cute little pictures. Really good for any new little toddler that you might have. And has a little surprise with all the animals at the end. There's a second new book in the series, the Freddys Amazing Bakery. So in our bingo, I have the cookie mystery. So this one's called The Great Raspberry Mix-Up. And what I'm really excited about on these is if you have anyone that's interested in cooking at all or likes to be in the kitchen with you, I love where they're kind of a little bit of a mystery, but they also have a recipe and at the end, and it also talks about some words that you use when you're baking and cooking. So that's a kind of fun extra one. This is this isn't a newest one from the series that came out in January, but it was new, I believe in October. So this is actually a chapter book series. It's the first one in the series. The cover is adorable with all the sparklies. If I had any girls, I would need all of these. But it's based on, if you had a girl that loved the little stickers, dolly dressing, or any of the little stickers books with the dolls in it. So it's based on a story with them. So it's cute. It has not a ton of words per page. It's got some illustrations on each page as well. So I thought that would be a fun one to show off. 365 words everyone should know. So this is kind of one you could use as a daily topic, especially if you're doing homeschooling or, I don't know, it just looked really interesting to me. It says some words have double meanings, some have strange stories behind them. There are old words, new words, silly words, sporty words, political words, food words, and words stolen from other languages. So it's just kind of neat to go through different words, and it just has a really kind of brief description of it, so not super long. So that's kind of fun. This is a new activity series, and it's called Look and Find Puzzles. So if you had anyone that really likes to search and find things, there's going to be prompts at the bottom and throughout the pages of searching and find. It's not a wipe clean book, and it does not have stickers, but it's still really fun. It's one of those that I would put in the back seat of a car because it's thin, it's easy to take with you to places, and kind of help kill some time. Stained glass activities. This is sticker dollies, a story and stickers. Kaylee, the sticker dollies is a story. It's like a chapter book series, so it's a brand new one that just came out. They do include a page of stickers, but it's actually a chapter book series. This is the stained glass. These are so much fun. They're these really thin pages that you can use either felt tip pens, pencils, crayons, pretty much anything to color on those and hang them in your windows for a fun. I need all the winter activities because we still can't go anywhere. I was talking about the 100 things to know about. So this is another new one in that series. It's geared for ages, I wrote it down. It says 11 plus, but my oldest loves these. He's a super fact finder. And so it has just kind of a cool fact on each page. It's numbered, so we'd usually read through kind of a number at a time. But again, really neat illustrations, lots of word bubbles, not a lot of just textbook text. So that makes it fun. We've got Poppy and Sam's counting book. This is a super basic counting, so geared more towards our 2 to 3 year olds, really learning. But if you had anybody that really loves Poppy and Sam, that's the series. They would love learning to count. It does go up to 10. All kinds of families. This one is a really inclusive book that it's kind of a way to go about talking about different family styles. So it uses animals as the theme, but it'll say, sometimes the mommies look after the babies and sometimes the daddies do, and sometimes the grandparents look after the youngsters. But we're talking really simple, and we're using animals to describe that family dynamic. So that was a neat way. I know a few of you mentioned a baby on the way, so I did want to show this one to pair with. We have Soon, our brand new book, talking about, the little mouse is waiting for mom. When is the baby coming? And Mommy Mouse says, soon. Just really sweet pictures. It's a pretty basic little story, but it's sweet to read for all of the little ones who are anxiously waiting the arrival of a new baby. And then we have our newest title, Say Hello to Baby, which is going to be in our bingo game. That one's more about when the baby gets here, and it talks about kind of stages 0 to 18 months. And this one is how big is our baby, kind of one that you would want to get a little bit earlier on, but it goes through kind of preparing for baby to get here. Congratulations. Talking about babies growing. And I love it. It's going to show sizes. So like 2 months, how big is baby going to be? And so it kind of goes through each month that way. So super fun. Okay, enough of my beginning rambling. I think that was it. I did have the other finger trail book too. Your guys are like, come on, get to the show. Okay, let's start our bingo game. Everyone's here. All righty, everyone has their bingo boards ready and out. Our first number is number 8. I have to figure out how I sorted these. Okay, number 8 is Understanding the Climate Crisis. It's an addition to multiple books in this series, the Understanding series. It's geared towards ages 8 and up. So it's talking about how the climate crisis is a real thing. The good news is that we have a plan, but the big question still remains is, will we use it? So it's going to talk about our climate, what's going on, and what are some of our plans to help figure out how to save our planet. All right, that was number 8, first bingo question, or first bingo number. Now we've got number 9. I can't tell. I think my camera is backwards to you guys. I don't know how to flip that. Number 9. Oh, this is adorable. It's a new series called Mix and Match. This is Mix and Match Emergency. It reminds me a lot of if you have any of the Muddle and Match books, where it has little different, the book, once you open it, it has 2 different flaps essentially, but these are big board book pieces, so super sturdy. So it talks about your emergency helpers, and then you can make silly emergency helpers by flipping the pages. And it's just a super fun book for our littlest ones, like I said, 1 and up, to kind of make some silly matches and go through and talk about what silly emergency person they made. So super cute. There's another book in that series that just came out as well. Okay. Next number 2. Number Number 2. All right. This one are 10-minute animal stories. Another added, and it's an addition to our series, our 10-minute series. So these books are great for bedtime stories. Here's our table of contents. We have The Three Billy Goats Gruff, The Little Red Hen, Mouse's Wedding, Golden Fish, The Town Mouse and Country Mouse, Puss in Boots, Chicken Licken, The Boy Who Cried Wolf, The Scaredy Cat, The Jungle Book. So each one is a good about 20 pages long. They're not super large pages, so this is a fairly small book, but super thick. Numbers before 2. So far we have numbers 8 and 9 have been called. So every page is going to have beautiful illustrations. Like I said, geared towards 4 and up, just in case this is too much wording for your little one to sit and listen to. But we love big books where we can put our bookmark in and read one for the next night or the next story time, however we're going to do it. So super cute. I love how you get multiple stories for one big book. Alrighty. Number 10. All right, Dinosaur Sounds. Who here has any of the sound books? These are specifically our Press a Sound, so I'm going to turn it on. These are probably one of our top favorite on the sound. So you have the other noisy books where you can press the big buttons on the side. These are the Press a Sound where they have this little tiny circle, but it's so easy to press. I mean, you hardly have to put any pressure onto it. This is adorable. I was a little bit worried because I was like, what different dinosaur sounds can you do besides a roar? But their sounds are great. So I can't hear it because I have to turn my volume off. So I hope you guys can hear. Oh, no, so that's the big Diplodocus. Any sort of dinosaur lover is going to love these. The illustrations are incredible. There's also farm, there's jungle, there's night sounds. So we love the Press a Sound books. So if you don't already have one, I highly suggest any of the Press a Sounds from the series. Okay, where am I at? All right, number 19. Let's see what that one is. Ooh, Finger Trail. Okay, this one does say ages 1 and up, and I think it's because it's super sturdy. But obviously, if you're wanting to use this more for a teaching lesson, you can use this for any age. So this front page has this really thick lettering, and then every single page is going to have a different letter, and it's kind of hard to see here, but it's so you can trace it. How does it say that? It has so they're called finger trails. But I also love the wording that it uses. Alligator with an accordion, bear in a bubble bath, can't catch a canary, donkeys doodling. And so it uses all the same letters to describe each letter. I feel like I keep getting all these spots. So adorable. This is the newest one. This is Finger Trail big letters, so uppercase. And our other one is the Finger Trails for lowercase lettering. Okay, let me help out. Okay. Next number 12. All right, the Little Red Hen. This one's geared towards around 1 year old too. It's a nice sturdy board book from our Little Board Books collection. These are, again, I always say they're my favorite because we have so many favorites, but my 2-year-old is really loving these right now. And I think the main thing is because the amount of text per page is perfect. You know, it's not too little where it's only one word or there's not really a story to go with it. There's multiple words, but it's just enough that he can look through all the pictures and not get overwhelmed and ready to turn the page on me. So again, beautiful illustrations, simple text, but it does have a sweet little story about the little red hen who really needs help in her garden and no one is willing to help her. And so it's pretty entertaining how she ends the story. Super adorable. If you've got any little toddler, 1-year-old at home, I highly suggest all of those series, and they're $4.99, so they're a steal. Okay, number 3. Say hello to baby. I was just talking about this one. So it is geared towards ages 3 and up. It's going to talk about facts, like I said, birth to 18 months. It's going to help your little ones bond with baby. So it says a handy guide for new big brothers and sisters. Again, these are not your typical paper pages. They're super sturdy. I mean, almost like a shiny cardstock. So really fun. Congratulations, you're a big brother or sister. Life will never be the same again. It's going to be even better than before. Watching someone grow up is amazing. You will see your little brother or sister change a lot over time, and you'll get to know each other better and better each day. So it talks about little tips. Give baby a gentle hug and kiss to say hello. Talking about how baby is going to sleep a lot and needs to eat a lot, how they change. It's important. Your important job is to have fun with baby and get ready to teach them lots of exciting new things. What do you do to stay healthy? So it's a really neat little guide to kind of introduce them in something you could read together when baby is already here, or something you could get ahead of time to kind of prepare them for baby. Like I said, to pair with any of our other How Big Is Our Baby or Soon would be really good pairings for those two. Number 11. Cannot go wrong with a good storybook. This one's hilarious. Never Show a T-Rex a Book. So it really reminds me of Never Give a Mouse a Cookie. I think that's the right title. But very similar sort of storyline. So it's like if you give him the book, then he's going to do this. And then if he has the book, then he's going to do this sort of thing. So it's going to talk about the power of books plus imagination. So who doesn't love dinosaurs and who doesn't love books? The perfect combination. Never show T-Rex a book. Just imagine if you do. Well, she won't know what to do with it, will she? She'll probably think it's a hat or a pillow or a biscuit. So you'll have to sit down and teach her how to read. And if you teach her how to read, so you can kind of see how it's going to move along. And we've got some really awesome imaginatory pictures in this one. It's going to give our T-Rex some different jobs that he thinks he might want to do. He or she, actually, I think it is a she T-Rex. Just a really, really, really fun read aloud. So it says anywhere from 2 and up, but my boys are going to love that. I have to hide these books or else they just get, obviously, they're going to take over and dive into all of them. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that no one else is looking for me on the other screen. Anyone getting close on bingo? So far we have 8, 9, 2, 10, 19, 12, 3, and 11. Next up, 14. illustrated stories of dragons. This is an addition to our illustrated stories series for 8 and up. I love these, that they have this handy dandy little bookmark that you can go through. So again, it's a smaller book, obviously lots of pages in here, and it's going to go through kind of older tales of dragons. So we have the 4 dragons, Fran Bolavin. I should have looked at these before I started. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. The reluctant dragon, the dancing dragon, the ladily worm of Spindlestone Crag, and the weeping dragon. So on these, since they're geared to older ones, they don't have the pictures on every single page. But if you've got, you know, a good reader at home, an emerging reader who loves dragons, there are some really great illustrations and just some really neat stories that you wouldn't typically find in another book. So, more. It's beautiful. I know my oldest really wanted me to let him take this with him. And I said, no, I still need that one. Okay. Let's see. Number 15. I feel like it goes in order sometimes. I feel like a lot of you had this one on your list. It's called I Like Space, What Jobs Are There? So in addition to another new series that we have, also in this series is I Like Art, Outdoors, Sports, and Animals. So geared towards 7 and up. It's going to talk about different jobs that are in the field with space. So we're going to have a good introduction. They're going to talk about each different job is either going to have 2-page spread or a 1-page spread. So here's the astronaut one, and it'll talk about the best parts of my job and the worst parts of my job. I'll kind of talk about how to become an astronaut and what are some of the things you do. So we have flight engineers, materials scientist. We have a nutritionist. So she's working on figuring out how to get food into space. Astrophysicist. So anybody who loves space, science, anything, space weather forecaster. So it's going to go into some of the things that you might not typically think of. Everyone thinks, oh, just an astronaut. So I love that. I really love at the back of each of the books here, it's going to say your perfect job match. And it's going to have these little bubbles where you can look at what are your skills. And it kind of talks about where you might fit in your career path. Also has what qualities do you have and what are your interests and goals. So super fun, kind of looking forward into life and what your kiddos might want to do when they grow up. Number 16, how are we going in order? Ooh, fun. Okay. The Wrong Fairy Tale. This is Goldilocks and the 3 Little Pigs. It's really cute. So it's going to have both kind of the 3 Little Pigs story and Goldilocks story mixed together just right to make it really funny and exciting to read. We've got, I love the silly illustrations. I mean, her hair is hilarious. Once upon a time in the land of fairy tales, a girl called Goldilocks was out for a walk in the woods when she spotted a little house made of bricks. She'd never noticed it before, and being a curious sort of girl, she went to have a closer look. There was a sign nailed to the garden gate. Notice to wolves, go away. Well, if I'm not a wolf, said Goldilocks to herself as she opened the gate and walked up to the garden path, I can't do any harm to say hello. So she's going to go through, she's knocking, and the pigs are like, oh my gosh, it's the wolf. But it wasn't. But he does come in and check it out. So pretty funny little spin on a traditional fairy tale. There is another new one. I believe it's the 3 Bears, but there's another the wrong fairy tales if you wanted to get both. Okay, right now we have 8, 9, 2, 10, 19, 12, 3, 11, 14, 15, and 16. I'm going to shuffle these up a bit, see if we can get some numbers. Number 5. All right. My Secret World of Unicorns, geared towards 4 and up. This one is specifically talking about you can meet your unicorn companion and start your own seeker story. So you're trying to become a unicorn seeker, but it's a bit of a story mixed with an activity book, mixed with coloring. So it's got colorful illustrations, which is always fun. But it's kind of going to walk you through and say like, meet your unicorn, imagine and create. So you are going to say like the month you were born, and then you're going to draw yourself meeting your unicorn companion. It's going to talk about different types of unicorns in it. And then it's going to have a story. Ooh, a couple of you need only one more. We're getting close. We're talking about baking food for unicorns. So if you've got a unicorn lover, this is for sure for you. Here's a coloring page. More of the storyline. We've got coloring again. We've got unicorn lullaby, and you use some of the words in the word bubble to create your own little lullaby. So here it talks about some different baking you can do and making party invitations. So a really different book, not quite an activity book, not quite a chapter book, just kind of the best of all worlds to really get somebody who maybe is a reluctant reader to get excited about something new and different. All right. Number 6. 6. All right. Never get bored. Draw and paint. It's an addition. Oh, Stephanie has a bingo. Our first bingo winner. Yay. Okay, so how bingo works is if you get a bingo, you get to choose one of the 5 that were on your bingo board. You don't have to tell me now, but you can text me and tell me which one that you want to pick. Okay, there's still more winners, so stay with me. I know it's taking a long time, but I'm so excited. Okay, never get bored, draw and paint. Geared towards 7 and up, but it's going to give you so many ideas of different art activities, painting, drawing. It's going to give you prompts. I just briefly browsed through this, but it's some really cool ideas. We've got chalk that we entered into that, drawing skeletons, creating comic strips. Again, if you are at home, it talks about picking your paint colors and mixing and different things you can do with paint. So it's a really fun addition to our Never Get Bored series, trying to help keep our kiddos off of the electronics and busy creating. Super excited about more of those. Okay. Number 7. 5, 6, 7. I always go in order. All right, Miss Molly's School of Kindness, geared towards 3 and up. One of the reasons I really like this one is that it's not only going to talk about kindness with just other people. It's going to talk about how to be kind to yourself, to others, and to the planet. Leah, you got bingo too. Yay. I'm so excited. All right. You get to text me too. Let me know which of your 5 bingos numbers that you want. We're still going. There's more bingo winners, guys. More bingo winners. Okay. So we're going to meet the 3 little fox cubs, Frankie, Felix, and Freddie. And they're not so sweet. So it's kind of comic style. We've got lots of word bubbles. We've got lots of action going on in the pictures. And it's going to go through kind of their day-to-day, Chastity, that was number 7. And it talks about how they're going to go to the School of Kindness. So they're going to learn about kind words, saying please and thank you. They're going to talk about what to do when someone is sad. How to be kind to the planet on that one. Here's more of being kind to the planet. So really cute, sweet, basic introduction. Any toddlers and up. Oh, Jamie's bingo too. Yay. All right. So I have 3 bingo winners so far. We're going to have 2 more bingo winners. So the next 2 that find your numbers called, try to be the first one to shout it out here. So again, just as an update, we have 8, 9, 2, 10, 19, 12, 3, 11, 14, 15, 16, 5, 6, and 7 have been called. Okay. I feel like any of these numbers could be the next bingo for everybody. All right, number 4. Oh, yes. A couple of you said this, that you were excited about this one. Now that's a hat. I mean, who wouldn't want to read this book? It looks so funny. Bingo! Yay! All right, I got my 2 more. Kaylee and Imelda, you both got a bingo. So you are our 2 other winners. Okay, so this one is a laugh out loud book, and it's got rhyming text. So we did read this one, and it's an amazing read aloud story. Good morning, I'd like to buy a new hat. Well, come right in, sir. I can help you with that. I'm after an everyday kind of thing, something to wear winter, summer, or spring. Aha, something that suits every day of the week, a handy all-arounder. That's slightly unique. Here's just the thing from the House of de Groot. That's not too bad, but what else have you got? Oh, de Groot, sorry. All right. No, this hat is too tall, and this hat is too small. This hat is too tall, but is also too small. So it's going to go through these really funny hats. I mean, we're obviously laughing at this one. I'm pretty sure it's someone's potty. We've got a too long, too lively. This one's old bread. Too much guacamole. We were laughing out loud to this one. So an amazing story, read aloud story for really any age, but says geared towards 3 and up. All right, let's finish her off here. Number 18, Millie May Loves to Play. This is geared towards 3 and up. So this is a brand new series. There's also Millie May Loves the Seasons. It's going to have 4 little stories inside and talking about what Millie May loves to do. So dress up. One morning, Millie May discovers a pink envelope in her mailbox. It's an invitation to a dress-up party. So it's going to talk about what she does to play. Sweet little story. So short enough that you can get through maybe one story before you lead to another. It does have a hardback, but it does have the paper, more of the slick paper pages in between. Number 1, the new series, the Freddys Amazing Bakery. I know I talked about this at the beginning. It is geared towards 5 and up if you are interested in this as a chapter book series. So around 5-year-olds could start reading this one. I love it because it has a little bit of mystery in it. And Diana has a bingo too. And it's going to have a recipe. So if you've got anyone who's interested in baking or being in the kitchen, they're going to have a lot of fun reading this little sort of mystery book, but while they're in the kitchen. So super cute. Number 17, Forgotten Tales of Courage, or Kindness and Courage. This is an addition to our series, the Forgotten Tales series. So there's Brave and Brilliant Girls, and another Brave and Brilliant Girls Around the World, I believe is the next one. But really thick book. So it's got a bunch of stories. These are a lot longer stories. It looks like around 25 pages in each one. The Prince in the Tower, the Cuckoo Clock, the Girl in the Book, the Princess and the Goblins, the Water Babies, Amelia and the Elves, the Ruby Ring. So lots of text on each page, but we are going to have some colorful illustrations. But again, amazing story time books, great books for before bedtime, whenever your story time might be, especially if you have an advanced reader. These would be awesome to thumb through. You could read several of them at a time or just one at a time, but more to choose from in this series. My pile is getting really big over here. It's going to topple over. Number 13, I know so many of you are looking forward to checking this one out. This is called Little Helpers Laundry, Sort, and Play. So I'm not going to open this one because in case someone, I guess they might not have won it. But anyways, it's geared towards 3 and up. So it sort of reminds me of the sticker books, like the reusable, not the just regular stickers, the ones like the Band-Aid book and the Kisses, Cuddles, Goodnight, All Better, those ones. But what's going to happen is they're going to use these felt. So these are actually the pieces in here. I have one open, so I'll show you. Come on, little helpers, let's open the machine. We'll carefully pull out the colorful clothes and fill up the laundry basket. Ready to go. So this is your laundry that'll hold all of your pieces. There's a tape over it to start, and then you kind of open back this. It's a little bit tricky to get the tape off, so be careful at the beginning. But what you're going to do, it says to play, sort out the fuzzy felt clothes and choose what to wear. Then press and smooth the pieces into position. So like on this first page, they're going to hang them up to dry. So it's not like stickers, because I will tell you they don't always stick perfectly. It's just felt against another felt, so it will stick. If you press down really good and kind of rub it just a little bit, but press down, it's going to hang on there for you. So I'll grab the other one that's open. But it does talk about sorting. So we're going to sort the socks on this page. We're going to fold up the pants on the top shelf, then the shorts on the yellow shorts. So it's talking about color recognition, sorting. We're going to put the hats on the blue door. So we're talking about colors. It has another space for those. And then at the end, you get to dress them up. Really fun. So I will grab that one. I didn't have it over here ready. So here are our little felt pieces. So we've got some socks and shorts. We've got skirts. Got our little tops and some really cute hats. So lots of fun because there's lots of little pieces to go everywhere. Let's get one of these bigger ones. So we wanted our shorts up here. We got our hats on the hook. It's hard to show. I'm sorry what I'm doing here. Okay, so I put them all on there and they're all sticking on there, and they're obviously super easy to remove, and you could put a different one on. They don't always stay when you turn the pages, but like I said, it's not meant to be like a sticker book where they're going to stay and really stick on there, but they do stick. They're just not quite as sturdy as the other ones. So I just wanted to give you a heads up, but they're so much fun. My 2-year-old had a blast. I took this book out and he knew exactly what to do and how to put them on. He probably didn't follow any of the directions, but he had a fun time. So we're going to get them all dressed up. Oh, here's some pants. So you can mix and match and make different things, but you can also follow the instructions on the page, which I love. So we're learning about colors and shapes and patterns and things like that. So I'm really excited about it. It's a brand new series. That's the only one that we have so far. All right, last but not least, number 20. All right, Aesop's Fables for little children. I feel like we had a lot of our books that have lots of stories in it, which I love. Aesop stories for little children. So this one is going to include these stories were first told long ago, and each of them has a moral or lesson about life. So I do love that. We're going to have Hare and the Tortoise, the Lion and the Mouse, Fox and the Crow, Ant and the Grasshopper, the Fox and the Stork, the Town Mouse, and Country Mouse. So these absolutely gorgeous illustrations. I do like how there's a little bit less of the text per page, so there's something that your little ones can get through and not feel overwhelmed, but you can put a bookmark in and read one the next day. It says 3 and up. It does have the paper pages, not paper, they have the gloss to them, so they're thicker than just a regular chapter book paper, but it is not a board book. I love how you get so many stories in one big book. Okay, that was awesome. I'm so excited that you guys got to jump on and check all these out. So we are going to go back on to our Squee page. You should just be able to go back to that real quick. I just have a couple of slides about, again, how to be entered into the Big Shopping Spree drawing. So obviously, if you're a bingo winner, go ahead and send me a text message whenever you can to pick your number before someone else maybe takes the number that you want. And then we're going to talk about, I have a really awesome booking special. So if you choose to host, you can choose a date anytime now in the end of the week. So whenever we close the party, I've got a really great special. So not only will you win more books for yourself when you host your party, you'll also be entered into the big drawing too. So hang with me. I'm going to hop off here, hop onto my other one, get everything kind of situated there, and I'll see you back.